Barakatah How, Barakatah How Shah, Barakatah How, Barakatah How Shah, Barakatah How, Barakatah How Shah. Just want to make a quick lesson about these women in Saudi Arabia. They had an old law that a woman had to have a guardian, either her husband, her fathers or brothers, and also she couldn't have a driver's license and drive a car because she usually had to have a man guardian. So it pretty much uh, embodies what's going on, what's going wrong with Babylon the Great America and these women, because these so-called Muslims and Islamic people, they reading the Torah, and they're reading uh, the guidelines that the children of Israel was given, and they trying to go about it at however they uh, understand it. So anyhow, it still makes a point on these women. They don't too much need men for physical protection, because you have the police departments ordained of God protecting people and punishing the people that's doing violent acts on people and kidnapping, raping. You got the police for that. That's not the main thing for that the woman needs a man for physical protection. It's mainly mental protection that these women need. Mental protection. Now let's get some precepts to back that up. When you go to Job 39:17, it says, because God has deprived her of wisdom, neither has he imparted to her understanding. You see, he has deprived these women of wisdom and understanding. That's why they can't, it's hard to get them to understand what's going on. And he said if they ever get into wanting to ask questions about certain things, this is what they got to do. If they want to get an understanding, this is what they have to do. In 1 Corinthians 14:30-34, it say, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted for them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also says the law. 35, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the churches. You see? And so that's one of the reasons why the women need men for mental protection. Not physical, but mental protection. Mentally. Now, 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter says, in verse 11, it says, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. You see, the woman will be deceived because they lack wisdom and understanding. And they need men who God gave the wisdom and understanding to, a godly man, to guide them and protect them. That's what they need men for. Mental protection. Not physical protection, but mental and spiritual protection. You see? And so, where is it? It says, in 1 Timothy, the 5th chapter, it says, where is it? 5th chapter, let's see here. Let's see, I wanted the one about being a busybody. 1 Timothy, the 5th chapter, verse 13, it says, talking to the younger women, it said, withdraw, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. It's 14. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan, because see, they want to do what they want to do and be frolicking around, gossiping, and telling people business. You see, they want to be doing the wrong thing because they lack wisdom. They lack wisdom and understanding. Now another thing, was it 2 Timothy? Talking about the last days. Thinking it was 2 Timothy. In the last days. Let's see here. Yeah, it was 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. Okay, it says in verse 6, it says, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. It said the women will be ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, because they lack wisdom and understanding. They need to be married to a man or have a guardian over them. And that's what they said about these women over here in Saudi Arabia. They say the reason that the women can't drive over there, they say, or couldn't drive up until a couple of years ago, it says that men and women should be kept separate, and what woman should wear veils to cover themselves. Now that goes back to the scripture, 1 Timothy 2:9. Women should dress modest with immodest apparel. And it goes back until Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. It says that a man shouldn't be sitting alone with another man's woman. You see, they should be kept separate. Then here it says it's also the law in Saudi Arabia that every woman must have a male guardian. This is often a relative or the woman's husband. Some people think women don't need to drive because they don't travel without a man who can drive for her. You see, that's what's going on. They following our records. They following the guidelines of the Most High. And these individuals over here, these wacky Christians, they following these Edomite red dragons, the deceiver and the adversary of God, Satan, the devil. That's who they following. And they got the women going crazy. That's why this whole place, Babylon, is the mother of harlots, the mother of whores. They have whored the women out to the and got them frolicking around. The Sirach say a woman shouldn't be have too much liberty, where they can just frolic around all by themselves. The father or the guardian of this woman is supposed to keep her in straits, meaning close to him and guard her. So these individuals are utilizing the scriptures, and America is using their influence to influence these people to get away from following the Bible, pretty much, and the scriptures of the children of Israel. You see, that's what Babylon the Great, the mother of whores, and the mother and homosexuality, the land of homosexuality and lesbianism. That's what these dragons are promoting the women to be, walking around naked, showing all their goods, and all walking down the street by themselves in the dark, you see, where somebody can snatch them up and do something to them, because they don't have wisdom and understanding, and they need a man at all times to help them. But see, these people, these women in America don't understand. They've been set up by this red dragon. You see? But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Kakadash, double honors to the elders, pushing the truth. Peace to these elect worldwide. The kingdom is at hand. Shalom.